Hi guys, Adrian here, the Porsche lover. So today I'm going to talk about what makes your aircon smell funky. As usual, we will start with the wristwatch check. So today on my wrist is a Casio F91W. So this is what I would call the quintessential Casio watch from the 80s. Every 80s or 90s kids would definitely know this watch. Very cheap, affordable, and good and reliable. Okay, back to the topic at hand. So what makes the aircon smell funky? So this is a topic which I get a lot. So the reason why our aircon smells funky is because due to the moisture buildup. So you ask, where does moisture come from? So the moisture actually comes from the aircon system, where usually when we use the car on a daily basis, even though you turn off the aircon, heat exchanger will still be cold. So when you leave it overnight, that moisture will still be in your car system. So imagine in your ducting, in your air vents, all the aircon is moist and wet. So this is a perfect place for bacteria and mold growth. So when there's mold growth, essentially you will get a smell. So some people say, why does it happen more onto the European or continental cars compared to the Japanese or even the Malaysian local cars? The reason is because if you realize, most if not all European cars will have this auto recirculation button. So when you use the air from outside, the outside air is more humid and more moist. So as I said earlier, the Conti cars, they will have the chances of the smell to come out is much higher due to this reason, because of the moisture level in the air from the outside, as compared to a Japanese car or local car where you don't have a recirculation button. You just turn off to internal circulation all the time, all the way. So definitely the air inside will be less moist and also drier compared to the air from the outside. Hence, the continental cars will always tendency to have a smell compared to the Japanese cars. Then the next question, how do we solve the smell? So the old school way is to remove the dashboard, remove the cluster, remove the steering, remove the gearbox and everything. But that is not a very good idea. Reason being is because number one, it's costly to do that. Imagine the amount of labor you need to remove all the items. Number two, there's a chance of breakage. So imagine when you open up the panels, for example, like my car, the Porsche 911 is a 2009 model. So the dashboard has never been taken out before. So if you remove out the dashboard, sure, no matter how careful the guy is or technician is, definitely there will be some breakage here and there because the plastics are really brittle, the plastic joints. And last reason is because once you remove everything, there will be noise as well sometimes, because the dashboard is fitted at the factory to a specific tolerance or spec. So when you remove out, when the clip's broken, you put back, sure, there will be some noises here and creaking noise in there. So as a car enthusiast, usually I try to avoid that. So you might ask me, Adrian, what would be the next alternative to this? So fortunately, there are many alternatives in the market to solve this moisture smell issue, and Bluechem Climafresh is one of them. This is the Bluechem Climafresh that we'll be using to get rid of the aircon funky smell. So you can see, this is like a gas type of canister where it will actually spray the sterilizer, replace it at the bottom of the passenger footwell, and then activate it. So what you do is that it will suck all the sterilizer into the aircon system through the ducting, through the vents, and then kill the bacteria and the mold inside the system itself. So by doing this, we will hope to get rid of the smell. So sometimes the problem is that if the mold growth is too much or too long in the system, it will need maybe a couple of these to kill it. The other issue with the aircon funky smell is that it not only creates a smell, but it sometimes can cause serious allergic reactions in people. So it all depends on the person. So let's say if, especially in the small kids, it can cause severe allergic reactions on the skin rashes, sinus, and also the breathing issues. So it all depends on the person. So that's why I always recommend to use this to get rid of the mold inside. So guarantee there'll be mold in the car, but how much and how we react to the mold is a different story. The first step to use the Bluechem Climafresh is actually to turn on the recirculation on, if your car has it, air circulation. Second step will be to push it up to the maximum temperature, the hottest, and also to push up the blower motor to the maximum as well. So what we're trying to do right now is to actually blow out all the moisture in the car itself. We'll let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll come back again. So after 5 minutes, what we do is that we will do the opposite. So we leave it on the steel recirculation still on, but we push it down to the lowest temperature or the coldest temperature, and same thing as well, the blower motor, we'll put it to the maximum speed. And after that, what we'll do is that I already set up the aircon climate fresh already. What I do is that we'll click it on and then put it in the footwell there and leave it there until all the gas comes out, so it sterilizes the car and everything. Okay, alright, let's do it. So you put here in the air valve and you click it. So you see that the gas is not coming out. So I'm going to get out of the car right now to let it do it. Okay, so once you see all the gas coming out from the canister, it means that the entire thing is empty already and you already completed the thing. So roughly this will take about 3 to 5 minutes, and hopefully your car will be smelling better than before. Okay guys, so that's all for today's episode. So hopefully with this product, you'll be managed to clear off the bad smell from the car. And if you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. In the meantime, stay safe guys. Catch you in the next episode.